This is why striving to be the best version of yourself that you can be is so critically important. Find out more coming up next. All of us have this innate desire to be valued, to be respected, to be cared about, to be loved. These are all things that we hope we can get from the world around us. And to varying degrees, each of us have success at one or more of those. For many of us, it's challenging to find success in one area versus another. And so the question becomes, how is it that we get these things from our world? How is it that we engage with others in a way that gets from them what we're looking for? And I know that sounds very selfish, and in some ways, there's no way around it. It is. We're innately selfish, right? So even when we are giving to others, there's something that is coming back to us that feeds into that reinforces that particular behavior. And so if you feel like you're in a place in your life where you're missing out on some key component of what you're looking for from the world, whether it's respect, trust, value, love, interest, whatever it might be, how do you get that? And if you watch back through the daily dose, you'll hear me say over and over and over, we don't have control over other people, right? You can't make someone love you. You can't make someone value you. You can't make someone trust you. And so what is it that you can do to get those things that you're looking for, to be a friend with the right kind of person, the person that you're looking for, to develop an intimate relationship with someone that feels out of touch or out of league or whatever it might. What can we do if I can't control them? What do I do? And I think that's where so many of us go wrong and find ourselves in this deeply unsatisfied and frustrated place, because we think we have to do things to make other people feel a certain way about us, or to act a certain way towards us, or to trust us, whatever it might be. And so we're focused on the wrong things. We're focused on the wrong behaviors because we're focusing on the external. We're looking to those people and thinking about, what can I do to make that person like me or trust me or value me more, whatever it is we feel like is missing. And so what we have to do, and we've talked about this on more than one occasion in the Daily Dose, is we have to turn the mirror around, right? We have to look squarely in the mirror and understand that while we don't have control over what other people ultimately think about us or feel about us, what we do have control over is becoming, or focusing on becoming, the best version of ourselves that we can be. So a lot of times we're looking for things out of the environment to fill holes that we have within ourselves. Because when we look in the mirror and we're taking that deep gaze at ourselves, we're not always happy with what we see. And I'm not just talking about our looks, although that can be part of it too. There are aspects of that we just don't have control over. But deep kind of interpersonal things, where we are in life, how we are in the world, what we've accomplished, what we failed at. And so too often we're looking to that external world to get validation, to get things that help fill the holes that we see in ourselves when we look in the mirror. That's never going to be a winning strategy, no matter what. You could get some of that very temporarily, right? You can get that relationship that gives you the things that you're looking for, that feel as if they're filling the holes that you have. They're kind of coating over the open sore. They're a salve to soothe the wound, but that runs out very quickly because that's draining on the resources of the relationship in a way that are unsustainable and ultimately lead to sadness, hurt, frustration, anger. So we've got to hold up that mirror and start to work on becoming the best version of ourselves. One of the ways that I've heard it phrased is become the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? Because a lot of times for a lot of us, we're looking for that person externally that we want to spend the rest of our lives with, and we're finding it hard to do that. But the truth is, if we're working on ourselves consistently, if we're striving to become the best version of ourselves that we can be, and we never stop focusing on that, we're always looking for just a little bit more. How can I be a little bit better? A little bit better. How can I continue to grow? And when you do that, you start to become a person that when you look in the mirror, you're like, I like where this is going. And it changes your mindset in a way that is so critical, because when you can look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm on a trajectory and I'm feeling pretty damn good about where I am, and I'm feeling even better about where I'm going, that changes the way you are when you drop that mirror and you go out into the world. It changes the way you are in the world. You're bringing a different level of engagement, a different level of comfort with yourself, a different level of energy to the world around you that begins to create the conditions that enhance the probability that the kind of things that you were looking for before now come to you. You don't have to run to them. You don't have to seek them, because you're finding validation within yourself. You're growing. You're becoming a better, stronger, more resilient and focused version of yourself. And the things that you sought outside of you previously are now growing within you. And then the people around you that you were looking for relationships for are now beginning to be attracted to you. Not because of that kind of gap-filling process that you maybe relied on previously, but because you are a more whole, growth-oriented, and energized person who's on a trajectory, even if you don't tell them, you're on a trajectory towards self-improvement and self-actualization that becomes magnetic to the right people at the right time in your life. So remember, always, to the degree that you can, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Become the version of yourself that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and everything else will fall into place. If you found today's message helpful, please reach out, hit that like button. Share this with anyone else who needs to hear a message like this today. And if you haven't subscribed yet, take just one quick second, reach out and touch that subscribe button before you go anywhere else. And until next time, please be well.